This episode of Jocks and Jills is brought to you by SharkNinja, Shark Beauty, Shark Home, and Ninja Kitchen. And today we want to tell you about the Shark Power Detect 2-in-1 robot vacuum and mop with Never Touch Pro Base. This combined vacuum and mop is designed for better, faster, and smarter cleaning with low maintenance. It automatically empties debris into the 60-day capacity bin. Yes, 60 days. You don't have to touch that thing. Refills its own water tank for up to 30 days and washes and dries with mopping pad after every clean. Guys, if you want to get any item from SharkNinja, Shark Beauty, Shark Home, Ninja Kitchen, we got a promo code for you. It's JOCKS15. So get to shopping. We love SharkNinja. All these brands, we use them in our homes every day. They're a proud founding partner of the PWHL, our presenting sponsor here at Jocks and Jills. All right, let's get it started. Episode 23, Tessa, a couple games this week. But we all know like what our favorite game of the week is. What's the Shirley Girly update from Tuesday night?
I'm horrible. So here's the deal. I couldn't get to my 6 a.m. workout because it was booked up or whatever. And so I was like,
the
I'll
worst
just go.
Day? Isn't it the worst
okay.
when you actually want to go to the 6:30 or the 6 or the 7 and it's waitlisted and then put
It's
yourself
not that
on a
I want
wait
to,
list?
it's that I don't want my day interrupted. So I just do it. I bite the bullet.
You don't want to.
It.
Like you physically can't. I don't have any time during the day to work out. If I'm going to get a good one in, it has
No
to
other
be
time.
at the ass crack of dawn,
It's got to
unfortunately.
be dark out. Yeah. So I was like, whatever, I'll just go at 6 p.m. Ed was like, yeah, go ahead, get it done. I didn't realize that this class that I was joining had like, they were legit a class, a grouping of people that were working towards goals together. They all had papers and they were logging their weights on together. And this was like a day.
Oh, you didn't go on weigh-in day.
Julia, it was insane. I think it was test out day or something. The workout was, there was 9 exercises, okay? And at each exercise, you were doing that exercise for 1 minute without stopping. And then when the buzzer went, you had 10 seconds to like rethink about what you were doing in the gym and in that moment. And then you had a whole other minute of doing the exercise again. And then you got 10-second break to like look for an exit and try and escape. And then you had to go for a whole other minute. Okay.
Whoa.
So all of these people know their weights, what they can do to last that. Me, walking in blind, high-fiving people, did not belong. I can't even walk straight. I did that before my girlies game. And let me tell you, it didn't go well. I'm 0 for 4 in the last 4 games. I know.
Not
I'm
like
in the
you.
losing column. Buckles and I had not a good loss this past week. Anyways, that's
It's
not even the
okay.
worst part. Today's a snow day. So it's like,
we're buried.
I got a lot of
here in
work
the
that I
snow
need to
belt.
get done. And I don't know that it's getting done today, Julia. So I pre-apologize.
No, we have so many meetings today. It's actually hurtful. And I just want to play in the snow. Like, I just want to play in the snow. It's a snow day. I want to go to this toboggan hill. I want to go skiing. Your kids are ripping it up skiing also. That's what you should honestly do.
Yeah. Annie, Theo's great. He knows how to get on and off the chairlift and down the hill.
It's the hardest part.
Annie knows how to get down the hill going real fast. She's not about the pizza. She's all about the fries. So if you're ever at the hill and you see us, have
Just
an eye.
look out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I have requests for our listeners. Fits of the week. I know it's highly controversial. Like people are starting to know it's me. So they're tagging me in the comments. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Hannah Miller calling me out for my fits of the week and tagging me in the comments on if it was something about her wired headphones. Guys, can you start tagging me in good fits as they happen? And also just full transparency on fits of the week. Sometimes the social media managers will like take videos instead of photos. And unfortunately that disqualifies the outfit because then it doesn't fit on the graphic. And I don't have a nice photo of it, and then the cutout won't work correctly. Like I just can't do it if it's a video. So sometimes I've had to omit a couple that there was just no good photos of. Also, if they come into the building and they're in like a group of 5 people, like Laura Stacy had such a great striped suit on last week, but she didn't take any photos alone. She only took photos in like giant groups. I can't do that, guys. I can't cut her out if I can only see half her body.
Okay.
No. Tessa offered to do fits of the week last week, and she said, looks pretty easy. And if you've ever cut anything out on Photoshop, everyone, like, please, I know that there's an AI version now, but if people are all lumped together and you got to start cutting out hair and like hair is so hard to cut out. It looks like you're wearing a helmet if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
Anyways, tag me in it, guys. Tag me in the good outfits. And more exciting Jocks and Jills news, aside from fits of the week, Of course, we're like a month out from heading to the Olympics, Tessa. You and I are going right after the quarters. We're so fired up. So much good content coming for you all. We're going to start putting out specific Olympic interviews very soon where we talk about players' journeys to the Olympics, their first Olympics, first
What's
Olympics
new
in
for them
unique
at these
situations.
Olympics.
Yeah, so lots of cool stories, and we're going to continue to highlight all of them. I don't know if you've noticed, but pretty much our entire social media feed is Olympics based right now. So that's going to be the talk of the town here on Jocks and Jills. We're so fired up. We're fired up for this last stretch of PWHL hockey before the break. That's going to lead us in to what we think will be the greatest Olympics for women's hockey of all time.
I was talking to Brianne Jenner the other day, and she was saying that little June bug's going to be there. I cannot wait. We're going to be eating pizza with little June bug, watching hockey. Love it. June bug, they're not bringing the boys, but she said, June bug had said, I need a vacation away without my brothers. Watch out, Italy. June bug's coming.
She is coming. I can't wait. So are we. All right. But there was some Olympic news this week and lots that happened in the PWHL. So let's get into our headlines. First bit of Olympic news to cover. Sweden has officially announced their Olympic roster. Congratulations. Anna Shelbeen has been named team captain. We'll talk to her soon, Tessa. We're looking forward to that. Lots of familiar faces on this Swedish team, and you were excited about the youth here.
I was. I like the mix on this team, I'll say. They've got like some good experience mixed, injected some youth. I want to say like their youth is like the straw that will stir the drink for this team, if you will.
Yeah.
Like Hilda Svensson, Josephine Bouvang, like she plays with Abby Murphy. Don't think she's not just going to be wanting to cook with Hilda. Taya Johnson, she's playing for Duluth, and she's basically keeping their season, like she's keeping the offense going for them. Now, this team needs a lot, and I hope these young players understand the bags they're carrying, because it's been a while since Sweden's been a medal contender.
Yeah.
Like they want to get back in that position, and I feel like this young group gets it, and they want to get them there, and they've got the confidence and the ego, which I'm not saying that in a bad way, but the proper confidence and ego to get them there. Their firepower at such a young age is impressive. And I think it could be good enough to keep them there. They just need goaltending to back them. Their last appearance in any semifinal was in 2014. Before that, they had won silver in 2006. Everybody remembers that.
Yeah.
They won bronze in 2002, I believe. Yeah, they beat out, that was Kim Martin's year, right? When she was 16 in net. So yeah, and then anything in between that, there wasn't much happening. So this group wants to start building out some consistent competition. Let it start at the Olympics, please. Like we said, this is going to be a wicked tourney, and these are the reasons why.
Yeah, we're pumped about this. Also, is there something, as an Italian, I feel fully entitled to make this joke? Is it hilarious that we're still only waiting on Team Italy's roster while everyone's kind of talking about the rink? I know the girls aren't worried at all. It doesn't sound like the guys who are going over to play. If you're playing in the Olympics, I don't think you care what the ice looks like. It's more of a media story, but pretty funny. The Italians just taking their time, sipping their coffee, waiting to announce their rosters and, get the rink in action.
Yeah, it's taking them just as long to build their roster as it is the rink, I guess.
Yeah. But again, I resonate with that. It's a snow day, and now I want to just kick my feet up and drink espresso. So I guess that's who we are as people biologically.
Yeah. Can't blame you. You guys I love the side of the street prosciutto sandwiches, so I will never get mad at you guys.
See? Yeah, we're relaxed people. We can't help it. Anyway, let's keep her going. We talked about this Abby Rock hit earlier in the week. She did end up getting suspended one game. I think it was the right call.
Yeah, game served. She's going to be happy with how it turned out for her team. They were taking on the Charge, which quite frankly, I was like, man, the Charger crews in Rock going to be so upset that she's missing this game, and so is her team. But hey, all worked out in their favor. But let's get to that game because I liked it.
Yeah, Montreal spoils the party for Ottawa. Ends their winning streak at 6 games. Gets a little winning streak of their own going here. Looking good for Montreal. And that was a great game in Laval. Really close game.
And Ottawa came out firing. They came out of a cannon. I was like, whoa, Faduza was out there just like that first shift. Those first 2 to 3 shifts with Ottawa. I was just like,
she's a wrecking ball, man. I love that player.
But Montreal.
That hit she laid on...
Yeah.
Who was it? Malinkova? That was kind of wild. She got 2 minutes for boarding for that. I put it up because there was a JinJ sweater sitting so proudly behind her in the stand. So I obviously had to shout that out. I thought she was going to get more for that, but we
never know, Julia.
FanDuel, she's just
Don't
flying
say
around
you
out
know
there.
because you know that I don't know. I don't know.
No, but you know that FanDuel is going to be flying around laying hits out there, and that's one thing we can
for sure, 100%.
count on.
The other thing is when Montreal plays at Place Bell, you can almost guarantee a win because they're 3-1-0-0 when they're playing. Like, I get it. I've been inside of that arena. I love them vibes. I love what's going on. I love the dance parties in the intermission. So Montreal clearly vibing out at home. The thing that I loved about this win was this was a very hard-fought game. I thought both teams were playing great. For both sides, Montreal knows how to win games by 1 goal. They won 7 of 11 games this season by 1 goal, which is the most in the PW. That's going to come in handy. That's experience in the experience bank. Deposit that. That's going to come in handy come playoffs if they do punch their ticket to the playoffs. I think for Ottawa, just the type of play, like off the rush, the scoring chances that they're getting and the type of scoring chances they're getting, I think is amazing. I think the league needs to be noticed. Their power play goal, I liked it a lot. It was like they were zipping that puck around. It was with authority. It was confident. FanDuel, that pass came across so hard to her. And the fact that she was able to get that much on it and like have it come off the way it did, to have like a nice little rebound for Savalainen just to tap that thing on home. I don't know. League on notice. Ottawa's playing great. So have an eye when they roll into town. Whose point streak ended, but I don't even think she cares because it was depth that won this team the game. And that's important. So good for Montreal.
Yeah. Good for Montreal. I liked Savalainen's game. I liked a lot of people in Ottawa's game. Like, I think they showed up fully, but Montreal, to your point, just 1 more goal, and good for them to know how to win by 1 goal. It was a struggle last year in the playoffs and the year before that too. So hopefully they got that all figured out. They're in the Takeover Tour game on Sunday versus the Sirens in Washington. Pumped for that one.
I think this is going to be a good one. I feel like, New York's cruising right now. Montreal is like, okay, we got some things figured out. We saw what the basement looked like. We didn't like it. You know what I mean? So get your tickets.
For about 3 seconds.
And you know what? Washington, if you've ever been to a Capitals game, I don't know if you have, but that place rocks. I
have never been to that.
They're loud.
That rink,
they're raucous.
So
Washington knows what's up.
Yeah, you've mentioned that a couple times. That you really like that rink. Stick on Ottawa for a second here. Jenner named PWHL Player of the Week last week. No surprise the way she's moving around out there and the way she's shooting the puck. She looks international hockey Jenner ready, which she
looks
obviously
easy.
is.
Good for her. Happy for her for that.
Me too. Some sad news though. We mentioned Dom's Petrie's injury happened just over a week ago now. In that game versus Montreal, she posted on Instagram she's done for the season officially. Just gutted for her, but like just one of the most positive characters. Always really appreciate seeing her around the rink and know she's going to be back better than ever. So we're rooting for her. That's just it. It's her
positive energy that's going to bring her back better than ever. So we're thinking of you.
Yeah. Game Wednesday night in Lowell. Boston remains perfect at home. Toronto remains like a little bit sus in the scoring department. I don't know how they're going to start generating goals, but Boston just continues to be an absolute wagon, especially at home.
Lena Mueller with a goal and assist in this one, passing Hillary Knight for the Fleet's all-time points leader. 5 games, 5 regulation wins, by the way, for Boston when they are in Boston. This team doesn't mess around. Frankel doesn't mess around either. 1 goal allowed in 8 of her 11 games. Like, what?
She is just wild. She is so green monster right now. Chris Spar was saying after the game, your best penalty killer's got to be your goalie. Like, she's always standing on her head. And Toronto didn't generate that much until the third period. Like, they started a little bit slow, but Boston and Frankel specifically were just great.
Malte was fiery, but for Toronto, I mean, they lose 4 in a row in 5 of the last 6. Only 6 goals for in their last 5 games. And you're coming up against Frankel, you know it's going to be an uphill climb. And I thought that this game was going to be a game, like Malte's goal that she ended up getting in the third there, I thought that that's how they were going to go about the entire game getting their goals, was just like mucking it up in front, just that dirty, like nothing's got to be nice. Throw it in the feet, everyone get in there and just start whacking away. Fortunately, it wasn't that way, but you got to find different ways to
Yeah.
score on different
You mean the
night.
way Boston scores,
Exactly.
right? Like that Maloney's
page.
goal felt exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love to see that. So Boston just continuing to be the class of the league. 26 points. They sit in first place and by a large margin. So they're just going to continue to be the class of the league. Sarah Nurse, we talked about her injury update a little bit last week. We knew she was skating alone, but she was at practice with the team this week. That's a great sign. Of course, she was named to Team Canada. She said there's a lot of decisions to be made based on how I'm feeling, what medical staff say, when coaches want to put me in the lineup. I'm just ready to go whenever I get the call, but very excited to get back. We're excited to see her. And I'm excited to see a Vancouver team that has its full roster finally. Like, must be so frustrating for that group to be where they are in the standings and not have their team. I think it just provides such a huge boost emotionally if they are able to get Nursey back here before
Yeah, and
the
I think
Olympics.
for Team Canada too, and for her, just to get her feet under her, you got to get games under your belt, right? You can, as much as you say you're skating and you're training, your game legs are different than your practice legs. So, it was just nice for her, I think. And again, in speaking with her, it was like, I just need to do right by me because this is my job and I take my job seriously and I want to be healthy for my job. And it's like, I love that. PW is your priority, as it should be. The Olympics are a bonus. So if she's, ready to rock full swing, come Olympics, have at her. But it looks like she's taken steps in the right direction and she's like, yay close.
Yes, hockey's a better place when we get to see Sarah Nurse on the ice. So very excited to see her back in the game. Very excited for our favorite Friday segment as well. Although this week we have an impasta on our hands. Do you like that? Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's go. Courtney's Cornah. All right, everybody's favorite Friday segment, of course, is Courtney's Cornah. However, Courtney is a little bit busy. She's out on the East Coast, coaching the U18s, doing an amazing job. Love that video USA Hockey posted of her in the dressing room. Like, I need an inspirational speech from her every morning. But in her absence, we have everybody's, is it fair to say everybody's second favorite? It's true. It's true.
Other
because
favorite.
Coach Court is everyone's favorite. Everybody's other favorite, Emma Buckles from Jocks Next Gen. New episodes every Wednesday. Hi, Buckles. How are you?
Hey guys, you're just going to have to deal with me today, okay? I'm no Courtney Kennedy, but we're here, okay?
I just ask that you try to do the accent the entire time. That is all. That's all I need today.
Have it yet? It's not the same. It's not the same, guys.
Yeah, that's so fair.
We'll roll with it.
Yeah. Okay, quarterfinals day today at U18's Buckles. Where you want to go with this?
Guys, it's just hat trick city over in U18 lands. Can we just talk about that for a second?
You get a hat trick.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Like Oprah's over there, like, look underneath your seat. It is incredible, though. I think I'm just going to highlight some of the players that had unbelievable preliminary rounds.
Awesome.
Okay, so let's start with USA.
Jane Daly.
How do you know I was going there?
Period. That's just what everybody needs to know.
Let's just start with Ohio State commit as well. Go Buckeyes. I know Tessa would like that. But I think in the last 3 games, she had a hat trick. Back-to-back hat tricks, you guys. This kid looks like she's on easy mode on Xbox out there. It's honestly so fun to watch. She is a player that, is definitely under her radar, and I'm excited for her to get to the next level of NCAAs.
I like her because every time she gets the puck, it's like she's a threat. Like she's taken 3 steps to open ice with a puck. She can either, it's a dual threat right away. You're like, is this kid going to snipe or is she going to dish to one of her pals? And it's every time she has the puck. So it's like, as a defender, you're constantly aware, but then you're just have this mental battle, this continual mental battle. It's like, am I pressuring this player or am I going to try my darndest to contain? Like I feel bad for these young kids in this tournament because it almost seems unfair. And it kind of is, like you said, she's on easy mode.
And she's 16. Truly. Like she's not, she's 16. She still has eligibility left at this tournament. That's absurd.
Yeah. So Yeah. There's going to be
Canadians
a
cringe, Americans are fist pumping.
It's a little bit of a trend right now, you guys.
Yeah.
But on to the next player here. We got Kylie Amelkovic. 11 points in 3 games. She's more of the playmaker here. She's been feeding assists left and right, teeing up her teammates. Her vision out there. Just watching her set up plays. Once again, it's pretty fun to watch. It is pretty fun to watch. This is going to be a player that, once they get to NCAAs, it's crazy to me that these kids are even in NCAA yet, and they're just tearing up this tournament. So, and just shout out to their captain, Margaret Averill. She's right behind those two. Great leader. USA, I think, is kind of the favorite right now. So, that's kind of USA. Should I go to Canada?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about those players.
Yeah.
Sophia Ismail, 9 points in 3 games. She's been the heat for Canada here. She's been just putting out quite the tournament so far. They're going to need her going into this second half of the tournament now. Haley McDonald right behind her with 7 points in 3 games. Also with a hat trick against Hungary. Just once again, hat tricks getting tossed out there. I also want to highlight Adriana Milani, Minnesota Gopher commit, Etobicoke Dolphin. She is having a great tournament. She's a player that I've seen highlights here and there of, but just watching her throughout this tournament, I'm like, this kid's gonna be sick in the NCAA. And she also got a hat trick. Shocking. So that's a little bit about Canada as well. I got to talk about the Slovaks.
Yeah, I was going to ask, can we get a Nella update, please?
Yeah, but hold on. Before we do that, I got to give a shout out to Kaylee Tiller on Canada. She's awesome. She's great to watch for Canada. Tremblay as well. I both these kids, I feel like we're going to be hearing from, and we'll see them in a Canadian jersey for quite some time. Go on. Let's hear Nella. We all love a Nella update.
The Nella update. 5 goals, 1 assist in 3 games. I just want to highlight that, yes, we're talking about like 11 points and all these hat tricks and whatnot, but the support that Nella gets in comparison, she's got amazing teammates, but holy smokes, let's just say that she is working out there and creating so much as a solo individual. Like she doesn't have the same
the
support.
team on her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I say this nicely? She doesn't have the same support as the Canadian and the Americans.
That's fair.
And so it just goes to show, like, this kid is she's everything that everybody's talking about. That next gen, she's so talented. Wisconsin, you guys are going to be in for one having her. So
still time to change your mind, Nella. Just saying.
The Buckeyes recruiter here.
Yeah. Awesome.
But yeah. And then,
so what are you expecting for the quarters here?
Honestly, I think the quarters, there's not going to be anything crazy here when it comes to upsets. But when it comes to the semis and the finals, things are going to get a little bit more heated. The semis are on January 17th, and the finals are on January 18th. So keep your eye out for that.
Do you think Slovakia has it in him? Do you think Nella has it in her to take down Sweden? I know Sweden finished second in Canada's division, but does Nella pull a Cinderella story and punch her team, like solo punches? I'm not saying solo because obviously there's other players out there, but like punches her team's ticket to the semis. Would you put money on it?
I would put money on it, you guys. She's rolling. She's rolling.
And I want to see this Czechia U18 team because I like that Czechia national team is cruising and it all starts, you know your program's really going to take off in the years to come when your under 18 team starts being a bit more competitive. And this team has done fairly well. I mean, obviously there's 2 games won and 1 game lost. And I think we can all guess who their 1 game lost against was, United States. But I don't know. I want to see them make a push and be more competitive. And because that's what their national program needs, is these players to be able to do that and to keep up and compete.
Yeah, love to see it. Buckles, I know you got to get going, but can we ask you quick? Maybe we'll have you on again for Tuesday's show before the Beanpot final that goes down Tuesday night at 7:30. Harvard going to the finals, BU going to the finals. Have you put eyes on any of those games so far?
Oh my goodness. Well, rocking my Crimson hockey hat. Come on now. No, I'm loving this matchup. Harvard versus BU in the final. The last time actually they faced off, I was on the team and we lost in triple OT. Or was it? It felt like triple OT. The game ended at like 1 a.m. And we weren't on the winning side. So I'm really, really excited to see this matchup again. Players like the Weltgate twins on BU on the German national team, and Sydney Healy are players to look out for on BU.
Okay.
But come on now, Harvard. We got Angela McDanis and Morgan McGathy. Morgan McGathy we talked about before even the first game. She's first year. This kid can play. I really, really like her play. So, and then we got Ainsley Tuffy and in between the pipes. So it's going to be at TD Garden. Fill the rink. If you're in the greater Boston area, get tickets. If not, tune in.
Love it, Buckles. That is Beanpot champion Emma Buckles to you, everyone. And Buckles, again, you could catch her every Wednesday on Jocks Next Gen with her partner in crime, Florence Schelling. And now she's off to the doctor's office. Thank you, Buckles, for doing this. Appreciate you. Thank you very much to Buckles for joining us. Always a pleasure to have her on. She is a Harvard legend and a Beanpot legend, and just a legend in the JocksNjills world. Our favorite.
We miss Bucky's. We miss our Bucky
Bucks.
hangs. I see her on Tuesdays, so I'm lucky. But we do miss having Bucky's on here, and I know our viewers too. And we know she's your favorite. Everybody, we get it. We get it.
I know she's our favorite too, so we completely understand. Okay, we got a great interview for you today. It's brought to you by Sober Carpenter, the official non-alcoholic beer of the PWHL. It's brewed for those who love beer without the hangover. Kristin O'Neill has been named to Team Canada, her first Olympics. I think the call that she got was one of my favorites. She's someone who's just been around that team for such a long time. She's been in and out of the lineup, but she always just seems to have such a positive attitude. And she really does seem to be someone that all the other women on the team really enjoy having around. She's a great character, and we really enjoyed catching up with her. Big trade this summer, obviously, and she broke down that whole story for us, which seems kind of wild, the way that she got that trade call. So we won't spoil any of it. Here's Kristin O'Neill on JocksNjills. Okay, we're very excited to have her on the JocksNjills podcast. She's rocking it with New York this season, the same way she did with Montreal before. It's Kristin O'Neill. Thanks so much for doing this with us.
Yay, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
I feel like I've been chasing you forever too. I come to you for dirt on other people. I'm like, we're gonna get you on. You're like, totally ready whenever you are. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna be ready.
I've been ready.
Are you nervous now because you provided so much dirt about other people?
I'm not nervous. No, I feel like, I don't know. Before this, I was thinking, I'm like, what dirt could they have on me? So I have no idea.
You were tough. You've been one of the toughest. I will say that. Everything I get is like, she's the best human you'll ever meet. I'm like, yeah, I know that. But anything else? You've got a lot of people that pump your tires out there and that love you, Kristin. So I think that speaks volume about you as a person. So not only are you a great person, but you're a freaking great hockey player. We love watching you. So how is New York? How is the Big Apple treating you?
It's really fun so far. Obviously, big change for me. But yeah, the best way possible. I think it's been really fun to get to know old teammates, get to know a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
Everything is very different, but it's great to be near New York City. Yeah, honestly, I can't say enough good things. So
yeah, it's awesome when you see a trade that works out so well on both ends. I feel like all the players involved have really found a new home in their new cities. Can you take us back though while we're talking about the trade? What was it like? How surprised were you when you found out that you got traded? Can you walk us through it from your perspective?
Yeah, it was definitely a crazy day. Yeah, I think I was just telling someone this story the other day, and I was like, long story short, and they were like, no, I want the long story.
Yeah, we want the long story.
So yeah, so I was in Hawaii with my boyfriend and we were on the flight back, and obviously I knew the draft was happening, and I was texting a few people like Aaron Ambrose, Kayla Vespa. I was just like, keep me in the loop. Obviously I can't watch it. I just have texting. Like I didn't have actual Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm getting updates, like they're consistent, like pretty much every draft pick. Like especially Montreal's draft pick. Obviously I was on that team. But then it kind of went dark.
No
So
one
I
wanted
heard-
to break the news.
So I heard about Ellis trade. Super surprised about that. I heard about Soupy being traded. And then, yeah, like I said, it kind of went dark. And then I get a text. I happen to check my phone again. After like 30 minutes or so without checking, I check my phone, and Micah texted me saying something like it was just like I could see the preview of my phone, and it said, "Let's go." And then the second text said, like, "You can't believe how happy I am to be teammates again."
Micah broke the news.
Yeah, so I kind of just sat there. My boyfriend's beside me. I just sat there. I'm like, the only possible way I'm teammates with Micah is that I got traded. She's protected. Like I don't think she got traded. I got traded.
Yeah.
So I kind of sat there with that information, like silently, and I like nudge Ryan, and I'm like, I just show him my phone, and he's like, "You got traded."
So he broke the news.
I think I had to like hear it out loud to conceptualize it. Yeah, obviously then I'm like on my phone texting everyone I know, being like, what's happening in the draft? And my family is having like a side group chat without me. I didn't even know my family was interested in tuning into the draft, but yeah, I like text them all and I'm like, guys, I just got traded. And they're like, we know, we were watching it.
We're all talking about you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Micah broke the news to me. I was on the plane. The next few hours of that flight were very interesting. And yeah, honestly, that's about it.
When did you actually get to talk to Danielle? Like when you landed?
Like, did she try to get a hold of you? Like, did anyone try? I guess, how would you know? Your phone was in airplane mode.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but I guess the league like announced the trade too early, and no one got a hold of me. And Micah told me, and she reached out a few days later. Yeah, it was all
so
very
sorry.
weird. It was
so
all
sorry.
very weird.
That's so crazy.
So who are
Yeah.
your mates with? Did you go there? Are you living with Micah, or did you go there and find your own spot? What was that
I have
process
my own
like?
spot. Yeah, my boyfriend Ryan, he works in New York City now, so it all really worked out for
I
us.
would say.
Yeah.
Was that as a result of you getting traded, or did it just come up?
It was. Yeah, it was a result. He was kind of looking for a job in Montreal, but he's American, so it actually was quite difficult. So this was a bit of a silver lining.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that works out.
Yeah.
And everything's rolling in New York right now. You
You
guys have won
guys.
4 straight at the time we're recording this. Like, can you just
Yeah.
tell us what's working so well for the Sirens right now?
Yeah, honestly, I don't exactly know the answer to that. I think just we're having a lot of fun. And I think,
Good.
that sounds so cliche, but so many new faces, like I said before. And I think it took us a while. It took us a few games to get under our belt just to have that experience. Like experience in this league is so valuable. And so with the veteran players on our team, like to share that experience with the younger players, I think it's really working out in our favor just to have those few games under their belt and just have that confidence under them. So I think, it did fuel our fire a bit, losing those few games in a row. Obviously, we didn't want to let that happen again. So yeah, we're just rolling with it. We're having a lot of fun. And
Yeah, like what's the locker room like? Like, do you have pranksters? Is there like dance parties? Who's the DJ? Like, what's going on in there? Because
No
it seems like a wicked
pranksters.
fun group, I must admit.
It is a very fun group. Allie Simpson's the DJ.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Our hometown girl in Dallas.
Yeah, like is she rocking a lot of country there? What's
Yeah.
her?
I don't even know. I feel like we have go-to songs and they just like are replayed over and over again. So
Nice.
if that's a good or bad DJ, I don't really know, but it gets us
It's
going.
it's working.
Yeah. Yeah, no pranksters. Just honestly a lot of fun. Everyone's is very valued and everyone's very celebrated. Like our rookies scoring their first goal, like everyone's so pumped for them. So I think that just that culture alone has really helped us, and it's great and it's really fun. Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that for you. I'm glad it's a good fit. You're cruising. You're like on pace to surpass your point production from last season, like real quick. So things are working out well for you. You're playing great too. It's nice to see.
Thanks.
On the
Thanks.
pod, we like to talk about everybody's origins and where their love story with hockey began. So what's your
Okay.
story? I know you have 3 older sisters who played, so I'm going to assume that you were just following suit.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, it was pretty like a natural progression. I literally lived on Saturdays at the rink. I feel like my first memories of hockey are like on the rink floor, like trying to find quarters for the
Yeah.
gumball machine, like just just like
Checking all the candy
hours
machines.
on end at the rink. I think there was a few years where we literally played, like me and my 3 older sisters, we played like 4 back-to-back games.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
think our
Your
parents, yeah, at like Joshua Creek Arena in Oakville. So I think that's like 8 hours in the rink for my parents. Um, but yeah, it was just so fun, like watching them. I started playing with Bridget. She's 2 years older than me, like the closest in age sister. I played with her like in house league when we first started. Yeah, it didn't take long, I think, for my parents to realize I was the most competitive one.
Okay. You had the fire.
Yeah, I feel like they asked my older sisters, like, like this team's not very good. We should like move towns or like play boys hockey. And they're all like, no, I want to stay with my friends. No, I want to stay with my friends. Although I never played boys hockey, actually, I
Okay.
said, this is a funny story. I was on my way to try out for a boys team. Like my parents like saw that competitive nature in me. So they're like, let's take the next step. Let's try out for a boys team. And my mom looked in the rearview mirror and I was crying.
Oh.
And I said, I'm not going to be able to have sleepovers. So she was like, okay, let's move towns. Let's go in an older age group. Let's do whatever it takes to stay in girls hockey. So
Sleepovers was the deciding factor, huh?
sleepovers. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're important.
Very
yeah,
much
I
so.
guess. I mean, like I could still have sleepovers with other friends, I guess, but oh well. It worked out.
How long did your 2 older sisters play?
Yeah, my 2 oldest sisters both played U Sports, Dal and UBC, and then the sister closest in age to me, Bridget, she ended up running cross country and track at school. So
Sick.
she stopped playing hockey in high school.
So everyone
Yeah,
found the competitive nature eventually.
yes, everyone found the competitive nature, but my parents were definitely like more serious about hockey with me. Um, And also they had 3 kids to kind of learn from. So
Yeah.
so yeah. My dad played hockey, so I think that's initially, why we got into it, but no, like, crazy origin story. I guess I just, grew up watching them and natural progression to try it for me.
Yeah, one went to Dalhousie on one side of the country and the other goes to UBC. Like
Yeah.
what kind of air miles were you guys racking up? Were you able to Oh my gosh, your poor parents.
I know, my poor parents, they seemed like they wanted to get as far away from them as possible, but I don't know. We're all like very, very close now, and um, they've since moved back to Ontario. So
Okay.
yeah, win-win.
Nice.
Nice. I
Yeah,
find Oakville kids usually stick in Oakville, but not you. You made the jump to Stony Creek. And I get it. Stony Creek's always been a very good hockey program. What were you nervous to go and try out for a new team? How did that go? And how did that decision come? Obviously, you wanted sleepovers. So
I think initially, my parents and I mean, I was so young though. I think in Stony Creek there was non-parent coaches, and I think
oh,
that's really what drew us to Stony Creek. you know, in a lot of teams, there's like the parents picking the kids' friends, and like I feel like they just wanted to get away from that. And also Stacey Marnock, she was a female coach, and I feel like that was really rare at the time. So that was a really cool opportunity for me as well.
That's awesome.
Do you have some
Yeah.
favorite like junior hockey memories that stand out?
I mean, one of them is just playing with Kayla Vespa, who I'm now playing with again. So that's just like a crazy full circle moment. And she's like one of my best friends. So it's really cool to be playing with her again.
And Vasco played on the Stony Creek too, right? You guys,
Yeah.
like there's a
Yeah.
bunch of you in the league.
Yeah, there's a bunch of us.
Wow.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah.
Did you guys win? Is that a touchy subject? Seems
No,
like you were loaded.
Didn't you win provincials one year or something? Or you came
That I
second?
don't even remember. I don't think we won. I think we actually lost to Oakville, which is very ironic.
It's all about the sleepovers at that level, you know? You're just going for
Yeah.
the sleepovers and the fun and the friends. So
Yeah.
how did recruitment start for you then? Like are you the age group that recruited really, really young? How did you end up at Cornell?
Yeah. So I think I was in Bantam, still playing for Oakville, when my team actually visited Cornell, and we like played another team there or something. I'm not sure exactly how it started. I think it was like, I think Brianne Jenner and Haley Cudmore were involved with like bringing Oakville there at least. And that was like my first taste of like what a university was like. So that kind of, I mean, initially sparked my interest in Cornell. And then, ever since, throughout my recruitment process, every single time I, had a conversation with a coach or visited a school or anything to do with the university, I kind of just compared it back to Cornell. And, when it came time to make that decision, I wrote a pros and cons list with my parents, and the pros were like incredibly long for Cornell. And like, and I think my parents were just like, I think you made your decision. Like, it's pretty obvious. So yeah, it was actually a pretty easy decision for me. I literally loved everything about it, like the culture, the coach, the town, the everything. And yeah, so when it came down to it, I was just like, it's an obvious decision for me. So
You were after the Jill Sonia area. Did you see her scooter anywhere left around campus with 1 million parking tickets in it?
I did not. I wish I had of though. My goodness.
Could have taken it for a rip. I heard it was real badass.
I would have been terrified with the hills in Ithaca. My goodness.
Don't worry, it doesn't make it up the hills. It only goes down them.
Oh, perfect. Okay. You have to run up.
Yeah. So who else were you actually looking at outside of Cornell that just didn't compare?
Who else? I mean, our rival Princeton. I was looking at Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Oh, so you had a laundry list
maybe
of
Harvard
schools
for
after you.
a quick second. Yeah. Nothing came close to Cornell though.
And for good reasons. Great things came out of there. That's where you met your boyfriend, right?
Yeah. He played soccer at Cornell.
Okay. Was he a stud at the school like you, or were you the star of the relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was, but he didn't continue after school or anything. So
Okay. So you're the star. That's a nice way of putting it. Very gentle. You guys seem to have a really cool relationship. I noticed on your Instagram as I was creeping you. You guys go like on camping trips in like really remote areas. What's with all PW players and like getting lost in the forest?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, the Hawaii trip I was alluding to before, we did a whole week in a van. I don't know. I mean, maybe Gwen Phillips can relate to this. But,
yeah. Maureen Murphy was on and she said she camped the whole time she was in Hawaii too.
I actually sent her this rec, so maybe she was inspired by my trip.
Wait, did you have the same van? You guys
No, she was on a different island, but I did send her my van. But I don't obviously think she went with that. Yeah, it was so fun. Don't have to pay for a hotel. Your car and your accommodations are in one. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
I highly recommend.
We
doing
might
as
have
much
to dive in,
camping as
Julia.
you
Make it a
can.
J&J.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Jocks and Jill's camping trip would be insane. I want to see
traveling
Buckles
studio.
camp.
I think Buckles would be the worst camper out of all of us. I'm just
I
going to throw it
actually
out
think
there.
it's crazy, but I think she would be the worst camper of all of
And Jackie
us.
would be our saving grace.
Jackie for sure would have us. She'd be like catching animals. She'd be fishing like with no resources. And me and you know, we'd record it.
Yeah.
We'd have a positive attitude. We might have to do that, Kristin. We might have to bring you with us.
Yeah,
though.
you're going to come
think
with us
so.
100%.
I can give you guys tips.
Yes.
You could keep us alive. One thing that we will not partake in, though. Do you and your boyfriend also do triathlons together? Is that right?
Not together.
Okay.
He has done an Ironman, but no, I have not done
Iron
one.
Man?
Yeah.
That's so wild. That is
I
so
know.
wild.
I know.
What was the
It
training for that
wild.
even like for him? Were you guys living together when he was training for it?
Yes, it was crazy. It was during like the COVID days, so like
Okay.
there wasn't much else to do, but biking for 3 hours, running for I don't know how many was not your typical thing to do during that time, but
Yeah.
hey, it's off his bucket list, I guess.
I
Yeah.
mean, you guys both love running. Obviously, I heard when you were a freshman and you went into Cornell, your training was so off the charts that the coach challenged the rest of the team to try and meet and or beat your training, and no one could do it year in and year out. You were like, you set the precedent.
Yeah, I mean, I ran track in high school, and obviously, I feel like a lot of hockey players, it's like very much a chore. So I think I benefit from actually enjoying running.
Okay.
Maybe not so much now because I don't do it as often, but oh my gosh, we used to run the most ridiculous, not ridiculous, because if Doug's listening to this, I don't want to say his tests are ridiculous. But yeah, the running tests at Cornell were they were epic. But yeah, definitely some team bonding moments within them.
It's always the worst, grueling ones that bring the team closest together. And
It
then
really
you're not
is.
laughing in the moment, but afterwards, when everyone's alive and safe, you're like, okay, we can
Yeah,
laugh about this now.
for sure. Yeah.
I heard you, like, just to go along the competitive side as well, you're a crazy aggressive fist pumper at
Am I?
school. Well, I heard you were fist
Oh
pumping
my
so hard
God.
one time, there was a poor light bulb.
There was. Oh my goodness. How did you get this information from? I can show you my scar. on
Yeah, I
my
heard there was an ER
pinky.
visit.
There was,
What caused such a
unfortunately.
fist pump?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think it was my an aggressive dance move or something, but
What?
yeah, I was on an elevated surface. Typical college house, there's just a light bulb for a light.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what song was playing, but I guess I got really into the moment and all of a sudden there's blood and
No
the rest
light.
is history.
8
And-
stitches.
Yeah.
And was that in season?
No, luckily.
thank
Oh my
goodness.
goodness. Yeah, that would
That's
have
a
been
win.
really bad.
Did Doug find out about it? Did your coach find out about it?
He finds out about everything. Yes. Yes. But Jamie Bourbonnais has a crazy compilation of photos of me like with my hand in there.
Did the fist pumping continue after? You're just like, it's okay.
I'm
okay.
sure it did. I think my pre-med teammate just like wrapped it up and was like, okay, we're good to go for the night.
Yeah.
Well,
You
me and
always need
Cornell,
one
would you
of
have a
those.
pre-med teammate?
I know. I don't recommend just wrapping it up and going on with the night, but it is
I
what
thought
it
you were going to
is.
say, I don't recommend punching a light bulb. I was
Oh,
Yeah.
also that.
Good
also
advice.
that.
Good advice for incoming college students. Do not do that.
Look where you're fist pumping is my
Yeah.
advice.
What were some other cool parts about going to Cornell? I feel like the Ivy Leagues have their own like unique culture to them somehow.
Yeah, they do. Definitely do. I mean, first of all, just like the epic icon, the iconic people I get to look up to. I think people like Rebecca Johnston, Jenner, Jill, Fortino, like there's so many names that we got to, you know, wear that same jersey. And I think that was really cool for me. I remember like watching a game and a very specific Rebecca Johnston move. And I was like, I want to go to this school.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Johnny, shout out Sudbury, Ontario. Ayo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like my freshman year, we weren't very good.
Yeah.
And just that progression over the 4 years was really cool for our team. Obviously, it ended in the worst way possible during COVID, but I mean, even just like to be ranked was a crazy accomplishment for our team. So I think just that progression like of the program was really cool to be a part of.
Yeah.
Awesome. A lot of players in the league are Swifties, like Taylor Swift fans, but I hear you're more of like a, what would you call it, a Styly?
I have
A
no
Harry
idea.
Styles fan?
Oh yeah. I mean I'm a Swiftie too, but
Oh, are you?
yeah,
Okay.
I love them both.
But you traveled all the way to Dublin to watch Harry Styles?
I did.
That's extra.
You know what? One of my sisters, Emily, is an extra super fan, and she kind of got that trip going, and I think she like got the concert tickets first and was just like, let's figure out a way to get to this concert.
Aw, that's so special that you went with your mom and your sisters.
It was so fun. Yeah. It was at like this old castle, and it was a really cool concert venue. Yeah. Outdoors. Yeah, it was really
Lots
cool.
of fist pumping, I'm sure.
That's the
I'm
ultimate girls
sure.
trip.
I don't know if you fist bumped a Harry Styles. It's more of just like a subtle like head bob or something.
Safe to say, are you a fan of him now, though?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Well worth the trip.
Well worth it. Yeah.
Good. What about your number? What is there a specific reason you wear 43?
It's kind of a boring story, but the first time I played with the senior team, they literally just gave it to me, and I went with it. I was number 20 in college, and I mean, obviously, Sarah Nurse is that number, and then yeah, they asked me what number I want, and I'm like, just give me
Anything, please.
just give me anything. I just want to play on this team.
Your first time, was it a Four Nations?
It was Saskatoon.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You were a late ad, right?
I was. I think Clarkey got hurt that tournament. And yeah, Gina just called me up, and I raced from school and got on the ice literally to a practice.
That's unreal. Who'd you play?
Wow.
You had
Yeah.
3 for your first tournament, notching 3 assists. Like, that's wicked. Who were you playing with? Where were you bopping around?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you. Ratty, maybe?
Oh.
Or maybe 13th forward? I'm not even sure.
Regardless, 3 apples in your
Yeah.
first tourney on an international stage. That's cool.
Yeah, that was actually, I don't know if you guys know about this, but that was actually the tournament that everyone got the stomach bug. Do you remember hearing about that?
Everyone got sick.
Everyone got sick, and there was like people dropping like flies, and I also got sick, but I remember I was roommates with Blair, who I was terrified of at the time.
The shark. Yeah.
And she left like just before the game. Like we got to the rink, she left right before the game. I was like mid warm up, off ice warm up, and I was like, oh no, it's hitting me.
No.
I left the game. Like it was crazy. Everyone was getting sick from the other team too. Like
was it all
wild.
same time, or was it like one after another?
It was one after the other.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Luckily, it was like whatever it was quick. So people were back like the next day, maybe. But yeah,
Oh.
crazy first event to be a part of.
That's
I understand why you don't remember who you played with.
Yeah.
What was most
And
memorable? The flu?
Yeah, the flu.
Everyone threw up. What
Yeah.
other than, everyone puking, like what were your first impressions of coming into the senior national team? Blair, like was
Being
Blair
terrifying.
the scariest of all the characters? Who was
For
scary?
sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I just remember being so scared. Like I said, like I came in late. And I mean, if this happened now, like if you came in late, you would just go to the hotel, wait for the team to get there. But I came in late and literally had to go on the ice. And I remember we were doing this angling drill. Like, first of all, those drills are so hard, but I had to angle someone, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have like all new Hockey Canada equipment. I like am getting on the ice late. I'm getting to the event late. Needless to say, I was probably beat every single time I was doing that drill.
I doubt it. With the feet that you have, no chance.
Okay, maybe I was letting them go wide and then skating for my life.
Just beat them to the net. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Oh, but I just remember that event being such a stressful start. But yeah, Came
And
a
then-
long way since then.
Yeah.
And then who immediately became like, did Blair immediately become your pal? Like you finally peeled back the onion and realized she's a softie on the inside?
I think it took me a while to realize that, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like you guys just weren't speaking? You were just quiet in your room? Really?
100%. Yeah.
Is it like, I feel like Emma always tells a story about how she was secretly filming Natalie Spooner when she was
Yeah,
your roommate. Like,
I've
were you
heard
secretly filming?
Oh my
Blair?
God, no. Probably my phone was like away and I was like, what do I say?
Don't breathe too loud.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
That's the best. Those are the best moments. And honestly, that's how you make best friends now. Like, do you and Blair laugh about that nowadays? Or is that just like tucked out? Is she going to hear this and be like, oh,
No, so we were roommates at the last series. And I, like, as soon as she walked in the door, I was like, do you remember when we were last roommates? And she didn't. So,
no
and
way.
I had to remind her of this story. So I
Remember
guess
you were barfing.
guess it
I was
wasn't too
barfing.
bad for her. So perfect.
He wasn't thinking about it too hard, eh?
Yeah.
Was your first world championship? It would have been 2021, the bubble year in Calgary. I remember I was there.
Yes.
I don't know why I remember you wearing like pink pants getting off the bus because I was taking all the photos that year.
What's that?
I don't know. I just remember that because I was taking the pictures.
That's
Okay.
when,
Is
that's
there
when
anything
Julie
that-
and I first became friends.
Yeah,
Really?
that was
Yeah.
our
Nice.
bonding season.
Yeah.
It was in the bubble. Did you?
Okay.
Did
Nothing
you have
else
any?
to do.
Yeah. Did you have any similar bonding experience with that wild centralization and that bubble?
That was
Oh my
crazy.
gosh, that was
Yeah.
so crazy.
It was
to
insane.
think that's only what, 4 years ago? Like
Yeah.
that's
Feels like
crazy.
a long time.
I lived with during that centralization, I lived with Julia Gosling.
Oh, fun.
And obviously she was really young at the time. So we definitely bonded over that. And we still do to this day. So that's kind of how we became friends and we're really close now. So yeah, I would say that was my one biggest bonding moment.
I love
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
Those centralized seasons are unique. And I feel like there's always good stories that come out of them. Is there anything, I mean, yours was different, obviously, than,
There's a lot of COVID testing involved. and-
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, a lot. Yeah.
but was there like one moment? Because that centralized year, I find there's always a moment or moments, not many, but maybe a couple where it's like the dog days and that's when the team centralizes. Did you guys have that moment where it was like the group of 29 or 27 of you, whoever it was, really had that gel moment where you guys all became sisters, like lifetime sisters?
I feel like it was just like in the trenches, like playing those
Yeah.
games against the U8 or however, I don't know how old they were, the guys' teams. I remember like, I think it was Jocelyn LaRock, like just being like, getting mad at Troy, kind of being like, why are we playing these games? Like, but we were just like so frustrated and they were like in the middle of nowhere, like on the bus for so long. But those are like, those are the games we talk about like to this day. And the games were so hard. We were getting beat by so many goals,
Yeah.
but it was honestly so memorable. And like, I remember I would just go into the corners, like out of control, like full speed, being like, if I hit this guy, he's not even gonna budge. So I might as well.
You got low center of gravity, so you could have technically taken them out at the knees. Like you could have been a weapon out there.
You're right. I could have like tabletopped them backwards, which probably wouldn't have been good, but
Would have been needed at the time,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah. But I feel like those are just the memories like that stuck with us.
Yeah, I forgot you guys were doing that. Like those would have been some long bus rides across rural Alberta at the time, eh? In the midst of COVID, like there would have
There's
been some
something.
serious Netflix
Oh
consumed
my
at the time.
God. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Let's
What
talk
a
about your
time.
time in Montreal because I love that city and I loved you as a Victoire player. What
Yeah.
was it like playing in front of all those fans that were so passionate, yet the media that knew more about the team than the team knew about themselves, I feel like.
100%. Yeah.
What was it like playing in a hockey crazed city like that?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I feel like I've actually gained a lot of appreciation for it now that I'm out of that market. Just like how passionate people are.
Yeah.
And I mean, whether it be positive or negative.
They're there and they
Um,
care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even just like when I played in Montreal, I think that was the second game of the season. just the shout out I got during the game, it honestly like brought tears to my eyes and chills. It was just like, yeah, there were so many people who cared a lot. Honestly, that's just what it came down to. And it was really cool to see. And that was a really cool experience for me.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
special. Do
Yeah.
you have a favorite Montreal memory? Or
It's got to
like
be the Bell Center game. Or one
yeah.
of like it's got to be one
Yeah,
of those.
for
It can't-
sure.
Right?
Yeah, I think especially the first year. Like obviously the second year is special too, but the first year of the PWHL, like we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know it was going to be sold out. So that was just like I remember just coming onto the ice and the noise in there was just unbelievable. I think I looked at my mom and sister in the stands and they were like crying. The game hadn't even started yet.
Aw.
And it was just like you couldn't hear a thing in that rink, but that was kind of just like a we made it moment of the PWHL. Like just a moment that you just I don't know, you just inside you're like this league is like really real, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so special.
That
It's
was really cool.
Yeah, what a great time. Like I know Montreal misses you and New York's so happy to have you. I mentioned off the top, 4-game heater right now. The rookies are rolling. You guys are rolling. I'm so happy to see the Sirens absolutely rocking right now. And thank you so much for doing this. This was a great chat, a great time.
Thanks.
And we're so lucky to watch you and pumped to cheer you on the rest of the way.
Thanks for having me, guys. That was fun.
That was today's interview presented by Sober Carpenter, Canada's craft leader in non-alcoholic beer, full flavor, zero compromise. What a beauty Kristin O'Neill is.
Excited for her, for
hey,
sure.
What about that story with
Oh
the
my
trade?
gosh.
Me too. I'm pumped about Team Canada for her. Like so excited for her to get that experience. And yeah, what a funny story about her trip to Hawaii and finding out she got the old trade. And what's up with camping in Hawaii with PWHL players?
know.
Like just go to a hotel, guys. I don't know what to say. Like, sorry. I support you and I respect you, but I'm like, guys, just checking out your local Marriott. I don't know. It's not so. I get it, but I
Don't.
don't.
You don't.
know? I'm not trying to, like, I like
Do you?
camping.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy camping. I go camp. Me and Abby go camping. I like camping. Like I could do it backwards. It's a different genre than going to Hawaii. If I'm going to Hawaii, I'm trying to wear a lei and have someone feed me
Right.
grapes. Like I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to suffer in Hawaii. If I go to the backwoods in Northern Ontario, I'm trying to
Yeah.
suffer. Like I'm clearly
No
going through
interest in
something. I
showering.
need some time
Yeah.
in the woods. I'm not trying to shower. If I go to Hawaii, I'm trying to go to dinner, put a nice outfit on, maybe once or twice. I don't know. Anyways, let's get to our FanDuel Friday 5. FanDuel, make every moment more. We got our Friday game. It's Minnesota at New York. I'm like zooming in right now to see who the favorite is because we have this typed really small. Oh, dead even odds on the money line. Minnesota, New York. Who you got in
I
this
got
one,
Minnesota.
Tessa?
I'm taking Minnesota. They're rolling. Their offense is firing. It's Minnesota. And that's no knock on New York. I think this is going to be a really hard contested game, but it's Minnesota.
All right, we'll see. I don't know if you guys have been riding with Tessa so far
Do the
this year.
opposite of what I say, apparently.
I don't know. Didn't you get the last one last week's?
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry, we got to start keeping a tally. Maybe you guys could start tagging us in that too. Just keep us honest, okay, guys? We have a lot going on right now. We need you. We need the support of our Jocks and Jills listeners to keep us honest in what the hell we're ever talking about. We have an excellent question from Marianne. Question for Send It, Dr. Jill. I'm going to Montreal to celebrate my 40th birthday with girlfriends. I'm taking them all to the Victoire game on March 1st. Do you have recommendations for us? Bars or restaurants we should go to before or after? Other Montreal recs in general? Thanks. Most of us are coming from DC area, and I'm very excited for the game next weekend. Will you guys be here? Tragically, we won't be in DC, but we have a few excellent Montreal recommendations for you. The first one, Tessa, this is a Tessa recommendation that I'm stealing. It's Da Emma. It is amazing. Old Port, amazing Italian food. A lovely, I think it's Emma's daughter cooking in the back now, right?
Yeah, it's the daughter running the ship now.
The food is so
Done
good. Kind of a nice, kind of a fancy dinner spot, Marianne, but well worth it. Perfect girls' night. Actually used to be a women's prison, so you guys can make up little ghost stories about that as you drink wine at dinner.
Near the rink.
I would also go to
there's a what was that place that we were having a couple of bevies at across the street? There's it's like a meat house.
Good. It's a
No,
meat
it's
house?
like it is. It's like they serve meat. What am I thinking of? A barbecue spot.
Oh, okay.
It took me a while to get
didn't
there. It's a
really
great
even know that,
barbecue
to be
spot right
honest
across
with
the
you.
street from Place Belle. Highly suggest. Good beverages, great service, good times.
Yeah, get into all the like winter Montreal activities. It's such a great like city in the winter. I forget if I said this on the pod or not yet. I think Montreal has the most outdoor rinks per capita. When I was flying into there, like whenever I went there a few weeks ago, I was blown away. Every single block it was like a magical postcard when I was flying in. Every single street had an outdoor rink. There was at least 5 or 6 people on it. Like, it is a great place for outdoor rinks.
Nice.
And there's one more thing I want to look up right now. It's the Montreal. I'm so embarrassed that I can't remember the word for this. Like the giant, the funicular. Is that what it's? The big wheel that goes
I don't
around.
know.
No, Tessa. Like I can't. A
There you
Ferris
go.
wheel. It's like Montreal's Ferris wheel, but it has a name, and it's branded Montreal Victoire right now. La Grande Rue de Montréal, and it's branded Montreal Victoire right now. So go check that out for sure too. Games this weekend. We mentioned that Minnesota, New York game Friday night. Vancouver, Toronto battle on Bay Street Saturday at 3 p.m. I believe Jackie and Buckles will be in the house for that one. It should be awesome, as the battle on Bay always is. Montreal at New York, takeover tour in Washington Sunday. We mentioned that one. And then Boston at Seattle Sunday, late night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Get your jammies and your tea. I will be cozied up for that one. Thank you very much to our sponsors, SharkNinja, Clever Mocktails, Sober Carpenter for helping us put this on as always. To you all for keeping us honest, as I've requested with Fits of the Week and, whatever we're yapping about on this show. And for following us on social media, JocksandJills, whatever social media platform you're on, you could find us there. If you could also subscribe on YouTube to the PWHL's page, throw us a like on every episode we throw up there. It's really helpful to us. Same thing if you subscribe and like us on audio platforms like Spotify, Apple Music. That is the best. You can also drop us a question for our Dr. Jill or Send It segments, 1-929-542-2442. You can leave us a voicemail at that number or email us, jocksandjills@thepwhl.com. I hope you all did not get snowed on as much as Tessa and I did this fine Friday. We will dig ourselves out and talk to you on Tuesday.